What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. Hope everybody's doing well out there on this Monday. I'm doing real good myself. Had a nice, relaxing weekend, and I hope you guys have had one as well. And hopefully, this week, hurry up and get back to the next weekend. Let's just say that. Shout out to the sister Queen, I Know Who I Am, for sending me this story right here. I remember this happening, oh man, probably about 20 some years ago when I heard about the story. But it goes here, it says 21 years is not 21 days. Abner Louima says he forgives but doesn't forget, as NYPD officer who sodomized him asked for early release from prison. Here we go with the forgiving stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man, you're not entitled to forgive anyone that does not ask you for forgiveness in the first place. You understand? And that's just the way it is. But for whatever reason, there's a lot of people who seem to get that twisted. Now, to get into the story right here, and this is Abner Louima right here. The cop who sodomized Abner Louima with a jagged wooden handle in 1997 wants out of federal prison early because of COVID-19. Louima is understanding, even sympathetic. And you even add stupid to those two things right there. Understanding and sympathetic and stupid. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, the bastard should rot in prison for the crime. You understand? Heinous crime that he thought to do to a man. But 21 years in prison, I'm sure he got well paid back. You understand? There was definitely a recompense, I'm sure. Now, to continue. But in an exclusive interview with the Daily News, he stopped short of supporting ex-NYPD officer Justin Volpe's compassionate release request. It's up to the justice system. It's not up to me, Louima told the news on Monday. It's so many years after the crime. 21 years is not 21 days. I think at least he spent enough time thinking about his actions. And if given the chance, the sick bastard would probably do it again. And this is Justin Volpe right here. Has to have some kind of fag gene in him to even think about doing this kind of heinous act to another man. But like I said, he got paid back. Just think, you know he got paid back, okay? Probably liked it too, sick bastard. But to continue, Volpe admitted his guilt again in his applications for release, which he filed in late December, more than 2 decades after he pleaded guilty to the heinous crime. His prison release date is in 2025. All right. Personally, I don't know why they always seek for early release anytime they get COVID-19, because they can come out here and get the shit. You see what I mean? So I think they should just stay in prison. But I digress. To continue, I do not seek to evade just punishment for my crime. I have served the overwhelming majority of the sentence. After 21 plus years in prison, it is my family who is being punished more, he wrote. In 1997, I committed a serious wrong and crime. I take full responsibility and live with the with the pain of it. Has caused the victim, his family, and others. For over 2 decades, I have tried to live in a way to make up for it. The crime is still remembered as one of the city's most harrowing instances of police brutality. And that's your claim to fame, and you should be ashamed, you bastard, you know? On August 9th, 1997, Louima was arrested at East Flatbush Brooklyn Poplar Club Rendez Vous after a fight broke out, and Volpe mistakenly believed Louima had punched him. In a police car after Louima's arrest, Volpe pounded Louima. And later that night, inside Brooklyn's 70th Precinct Station House, Volpe and another officer again beat up Louima. Then in a sick assault in a station house bathroom, Volpe sodomized Louima with the wood handle from either a broomstick or plunger. Trial testimony and witnesses said the instrument was never found. Okay? Who thinks of doing shit? Like, only a fucking sick reprobate thinks about doing this to another person, period. You know what I mean? Just to get their jollies. You know, that's just sick. But then again, if you think about it, what do they say about children that has been abused? More than likely, they'll grow up to abuse their children, right? Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this Volpe, maybe he had some kind of foreign object stuck up his ass before, and when he grew up, maybe that's what he wanted to go out and do to someone else. But hypothetically speaking, let's continue. Louima claimed Volpe and the other cop repeatedly called him nigger during the heinous attack. The cop later bragged about the vicious assault to the other precinct cops. Louima suffered a ruptured colon and bladder, and his teeth were bashed in the beating. Wow. His physical recovery took months. Almost immediately, the shocking abuse sparked outrage at the NYPD, with thousands of demonstrators packing the streets. A few weeks later, carrying signs calling for justice for Abner and deriding the NYPD slogan of courtesy, professionalism, respect by switching it to criminals, perverts, racists. And that fits it even more. Okay? It goes on to say Volpe now jailed at a federal prison in Texas, has asked Brooklyn federal judge Frederick Block for release, arguing he became ill with COVID-19 in November behind bars. I tested positive for COVID-19 and had several symptoms. No medical treatment of any kind was provided or offered. Volpe wrote in a compassionate release filing in his own behalf. He added that he worries about COVID-19's long-term effects. Says here, let's see. No, not quite. Please let me have the chance to meet any needs with private insurance and home with my family's love, Volpe wrote. No, why should they let you out and you contaminate it? You know, you spread that shit. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no telling what else he might have. Now, in conclusion, in 2012, Volpe married wife Carolyn Volpe in a prison ceremony. She married him. He hopes to live with her if he is released, according to his motion. She declined to comment on the early release request. Federal prosecutors also declined to comment on Volpe's motion. Louima is now living in Miami. He isn't working because the still raging pandemic. He told the news, I'm doing great, thank God. But his ordeal is far from over, and he cannot forget it. I'm sure he can't, you know. You cannot fully go away from that, he said. That's something you'll always have to deal with. But I thank God to be alive. I follow the word of God, so I have to forgive. But I don't forget. A lot of people mix forgiving and forgetting. I forgive, but I don't. He said, I forgive, but I do not forget. Okay? Well, just like I said, this dude has to ask for your forgiveness, number one. And it's still up to you if you want to say yeah or nay, you know, or what have you. But yeah, I say keep your sick ass locked up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you full of COVID, well, then what can anybody do about it? You ain't even had no damn treatment. You understand? All you're going to get out and do is just give that shit to somebody else. So stay where you belong, you freak. As far as I'm concerned, you know? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this particular story. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, your views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.